Will you help me?
We have to go. We're not safe here. I don't think we ever were.
Why do xenomorphs grow so fast? As Wendy spent her time bonding with the growing baby xenomorph, a question came to us. Why do these creatures mature so quickly? If xenomorphs don't typically have much access to food or a natural habitat, how do they manage to develop so fast and reach such a large size? Could there be something secret behind their rapid growth process? I'm a Gloomy Geek, and in this video I'll be talking about the real reason why xenomorphs grow up so fast. To understand how this alien creature grows so much in such a short time, we must first discuss its reproductive cycle, a terrifying process that has inspired nightmares. The first stage is the egg, or ovomorph, which is a capsule that protects the embryo carrier. Its function is to keep the facehugger alive and shielded. Once the presence of a nearby host is detected by the egg, it hatches and releases the parasite. The next phase is the most disturbing, the facehugger. The parasite is born for a single purpose, to chase its victim and turn them into a xenomorph incubator. Although the facehugger is a tough and speedy SOB, it still can be killed with bullets or fire. After fulfilling its purpose, the facehugger dies, proceeding to the next phase, the chestburster. Within a few hours, the embryo grows inside the host's body until it tears open its chest and emerges. This tiny radioactive shrimp reaches maturity in a matter of hours to a few days. This is why many underestimate the danger of the xenomorphs. They are initially perceived as reptilian-like creatures, but they are soon hit with the reality that these aliens grow fast and large. But where in this final cycle does this rapid growth of xenomorphs occur? To understand this, we must remember what David once said: xenomorphs are the perfect organism, and their perfection lies not only in their lethality, but in their extreme metabolism. What do I mean? Well, in the case of humans, much of what we eat is lost in the digestive process. Humans don't perfectly process the energy from what we eat. Our bodies transform food into energy, but only a fraction is used. It's estimated that on average, only a small percentage of what we eat is converted into body mass or energy. The rest is dissipated as heat, spent maintaining basic functions like breathing and blood circulation, and the rest becomes waste. David proved how imperfect, inefficient, slow, and full of waste the human body is. The xenomorph is the opposite. Its metabolism is designed to waste nothing. Every molecule of energy, every nutrient, every drop of liquid it consumes is absorbed and integrated almost 100% into its body. This means there is no waste, no loss of energy. Everything is converted into mass, strength, and growth. Thanks to this absolute efficiency, a xenomorph can reach its adult form quickly.
You still don't understand what you're dealing with, do you? Perfect organism. Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility. I admire its purity, a survivor, unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality.
Imagine if every bite you consume, every drop of water you drink, and every particle of energy we absorbed were utilized 100% without generating waste. The xeno's growth would not only depend on long periods of feeding or resting, unlike us humans, but on the metabolic hyperabsorption that allows the aliens to develop fast. You'd be surprised to know that there are animals in the real world with similar metabolic processes. One of them is the blue whale. It is believed that this mammal can reach adulthood almost immediately because it can gain up to 90 kilos of weight per day by incredibly transforming everything it eats into body mass. Another interesting example is something that many of us consume regularly: chickens. Through decades of genetic selection focused on increasing the amount of meat, a chick that previously took months to grow now reaches market-ready adult size in just 6 weeks. This would have been impossible a century ago. Global demand for chicken continues to rise unabated, and with it, the pressure to further reduce the animal's development cycle. It's not unreasonable to imagine that in the future, the industry will try to push this to extreme limits. to a point of reaching a chicken that completes its growth cycle in just 1 day and it's ready for consumption. It's supply and demand. The purpose of the Xenos' fast development is different. Their accelerated growth is not for the need of food, but rather of weapons. The speed in which they reach their adult form determines their efficiency. The faster they develop, the faster they can infect an entire planet, the perfect invasive species. No other organism has this level of efficiency. Being able to feed itself from before birth and converting everything it consumes into its body at a supernatural speed is the perfect weapon to end worlds. But what do xenomorphs eat, I hear you ask? Well, the most obvious answer is that they do prefer the meat of other organic creatures. Movies, series, and comics show how aliens consume various terrestrial and extraterrestrial organisms. But also the xenomorphs' acid blood and tough skin indicate that they can also eat hard materials, like metal, to absorb and integrate the materials into their bodies.
Perfect organism. Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility.
This makes the Xenos somewhat biomechanical, if you will, consuming and integrating metals, minerals, and other types of elements into their perfect body. So the speed in which a xenomorph develops would not depend so much on a ship's limited resources, as it could eat almost everything around it, from plastics to metals, synthetics, and living organisms, anything it can snap its teeth into. The xenomorph is a true omnivore. What the Xenos consume increases their size, but also changes how their body develops. If it eats metal, its skin gets tougher, for example. The more we learn about the Xenomorph's biology, the more we understand David's fascination with them. He was right all along. The Xenomorphs are the perfect organism.
No one understands the lonely perfection of my dreams. I've found perfection here. I've created it. Perfect organism.
So what do you think? Did you know why xenomorphs grew so fast? Do they eat metal and other stuff to grow big and strong and scary? I'm a Gloomy Geek, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Mr. President, this is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien. This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.